Let's go Niners. Let's go Niners. Let's go Niners. We are always faithful then, faithful now. Last home game of the season, faithful Niner Empire. What's good? You know who it is. It's your boy, Jay in the Bay. And once again, it's always a pleasure and an honor to be on with the best fans in the NFL, the faithful, the Niner Empire. Always a pleasure. And what a treat the 49ers have for us today. Trey Lance, the gentleman who we traded 3 first-round picks for, will be getting his first start at Levi Stadium in front of the home crowd. What could be better, especially going up against, as you see at the bottom of the screen, the 4-11 Houston Texans. This is a great landing spot for Trey, but this kind of is a must-win game. If in order for us to put our best foot forward, we need to win this game against the Houston Texans. And let's be real, the Houston Texans, they are 4-11. They don't have any playoff aspirations this year, but they still are playing hard for their head coach, Cully, forgetting his first name, but last name Cully, first year head coach. The Texans have won their last 2 games against the Jags and Chargers. So they will not lay down in this game. But I'm looking forward to the 49ers and Trey Lance. What will we see? Will there be a different game plan than what we saw against the Arizona Cardinals? I know a lot of fans are hoping that, it's a different game plan, less designed runs. But I think we need to use Trey Lance's athleticism, absolutely. But definitely don't need to see him running the ball up the middle, 10 times. If he runs the ball in read option plays, things like that, maybe 5 to 7 times, I'm okay with that. But I want to see a similar offense to what Jimmy G would get. But clearly, Shanahan trusts Jimmy G a little bit more than Trey Lance. But I'm hoping we get to see Trey Lance throw similar throws to what Jimmy did, and I'm sure we'll be able to see that. I'm sure Trey Lance can make those types of throws. But I'm excited as hell for the game. We are about 2 hours from kickoff, the last home game at Levi Stadium in the regular season this year. We're all excited to see Trey Lance. I got a question for you guys, and of course, shout out to everyone watching. Jay in the Bay on YouTube, Jay in the Bay on Twitter, and also Jay in the Bay on Facebook as well. Thank you everyone for tuning in. Hopefully all is well this Sunday morning, and of course, happy New Year to everyone. And what a great New Year present this is to have Trey Lance start in place of the injured Jimmy G. But I have a question for you guys. Let's see. I want you guys to predict Trey Lance's stat line. Let me know what you guys think Trey Lance will run for today. How many touchdowns? Let me know in them comments. Let a brother know what do you predict for Trey Lance. I'll tell you, I think Trey Lance, I think he'll throw for under 20 times in this game. I think I'm going to say 14 completed passes, 20 attempts, 225 yards, 40 yards rushing on maybe 5 carries. I think that's what we'll see Trey Lance do. And I don't envision him throwing the ball a ton. This is one of the worst Texans defenses as far as run defense in the NFL. They average about 141 yards that they allow on the ground to opponents. And we got Elijah Mitchell back. So, I think we will be able to run the ball. We'll be able to win the time of possession. And I think the 49ers will control the tempo, and this game will be in control of the 49ers, I think, the entire game. But I think with Elijah Mitchell coming back, of course, Debo's going to run a little bit. Jeff Wilson Jr., I think we're going to run the ball easily more than 35 times and be pretty successful at it. So what do you guys think? Let me know. Predict Trey Lance's stat line for this game. I'd appreciate it. Hopefully everyone's having an excellent Sunday morning. We got Niner faithful in the building. What's good? Thanks for tuning in to the stream. Niner faithful. Hopefully all is well. Happy New Year to you, brother. He says, let's see how Trey plays. Yeah, man. I mean, that's what everyone's thinking about. I think he will play well. And I hope we just see a different game plan than we saw against the Arizona Cardinals. I don't think anyone wants to see that repeat game plan. And hopefully Shanahan, doesn't use that same game plan. I think he obviously will. I think this defense that we're playing is much worse than we're playing against the Arizona Cardinals. That's for sure. And I think we will be able to run the ball effectively against this Texans team. They are one of the worst run defenses in the NFL. And I think the 49ers offense will be able to take advantage of that. We got David V63 in the house. What's good? Thanks for tuning in to the stream, man. Hopefully all is well for you. Happy New Year's to your brother. He says, what up, brother Jay? What's good? All is good. Trey Lance is starting. The game starts in less than 2 hours. And if the Niners win this game, you guys know the playoff scenarios, right? If the Niners win this game against the Texans at home at Levi's, and the Carolina Panthers beat the New Orleans Saints, the 49ers are in the playoffs. So there are tons of scenarios out there, but that's the most simplest one. And if the 49ers don't win this game, their playoff chances aren't completely done, but we have to rely on other teams to help us, and that's obviously not a pleasant situation to be in. That's for sure. So I think the Niners will take care of their business though today. Niner faithful, man, I appreciate you. He's giving us a stat prediction for Trey Lance, and for those that are just tuning in, I appreciate if you hit that thumbs up button. Let me know that you're enjoying the stream, and feel free to put down your prediction of what Trey Lance's stat line will be today. Niner faithful says Trey Lance will complete 15 of 23 passes, one passing touchdown, and one rushing touchdown. All right, I like that. And I think we can win with that type of performance by Trey Lance. The key thing is, y'all know it, faithful, it's the turnovers. This team cannot overcome when the offense turns the ball over multiple times. We've seen it when Jimmy G is in the game and he turns the ball over. I believe when Jimmy G does not turn the ball over, I want to say that this team is undefeated, or at least we may have one or two losses, but there's no doubt when the offense does not turn the ball over and we're able to convert third downs, we're able to score in the red zone. This team is has a much higher chance of getting a victory. So biggest thing for Trey for me is just don't turn the ball over. And granted, mistakes will happen. And I think that's why Niner Faithful was saying 15 of 23, because, Trey Lance is not going to be, it depends on what type of throws he throws. But I'm sure there's going to be jitters. He's going to be, this is the first regular season at home that he'll be playing in, that he'll be starting in, I should say. There's definitely going to be some jitters there. But hopefully Shanahan eases Trey into the game. Romelo Bell. What's good? Thanks for tuning in to the stream, man. Hopefully everything is going well on a Sunday for you. Let's see. Niner Faithful says, and 49ers win with the dominant run game. I completely agree with that. This is one of the worst run defenses that we're facing against the Houston Texans. I don't think they'll lay down. This is a team that's not going to quit easily because they have won their last two games. And let's be real, no one likes losing. But I think we have advantages over this team, and we will definitely see that in this game. That's for sure. Let's see. David V says, read my mind, Niner. Okay. So yeah, you think similar. We'll have a heavy run offense, and we will dominate the time of possession. I think we've seen that before. I think we will see it again in today's game. Niner Faithful says, Happy New Year, Jay. Same to you. He says, I'm doing good. Hopefully the Niners win so I can go back to school. Happy tomorrow. I think so. I mean, I just don't envision us losing unless we beat ourselves with penalties and turnovers. Obviously, if we beat ourselves, then, any team can beat us in the NFL. But we put our best foot forward and don't turn the ball over. Don't beat ourselves. This is a Texans team that, their starting running back is Rex Burkhead. I mean, Rex Burkhead, he had granted, he had a career game against the LA Chargers last week, but the LA Chargers are one of the worst run defenses in the NFL. And Rex Burkhead, he don't scare me. He doesn't do much for me. But Rex Burkhead, he had, like I said, he had a career game last week. But this 49ers defense is, much improved. You compare this 49ers defense from the first 2 months of the season compared to the last 6 weeks, it's like night and day. It's a totally different defense. I believe we've only allowed one 100-yard rusher. That was Jonathan Taylor. He's just tearing up the league right now. He's probably the best running back in the NFL for the Colts. So I don't think Rex Burkhead will have another career day today. We got Tommy Huxley in the house. What's good? Thanks for tuning in to the stream, Tommy. How's your Sunday going? Tommy says, how are the Raiders beating the Colts? Talk about inconsistent Raiders. Yeah, I was watching that game before I came on. It's any given Sunday. The Raiders and Colts, they're both vying for a playoff spot. So, but I still think, the Colts will end up winning that game. But, we'll see what comes to fruition. Let's see. Romello, he says, we are 7-1 when we don't. And I'm going to assume you're referring to the turnovers. So, and that's what I mentioned. When this 49ers offense does not turn the ball over, it's hard to beat because we're not beating ourselves. We're not giving the opposing team other opportunities to score or more opportunities to score, I should say. So, Romello, I appreciate that stat that you provided. 7-1 when we don't turn the ball over. So, I mean, that tells you all you need to know. When we don't turn the ball over, we can beat any team in the NFL. And that's what I'm hoping for Trey. The incomplete passes are going to come. There's going to be mental mistakes, but hopefully they are not turnovers because those are definitely hard to overcome against any professional team. We got Blue True in the house. Hot diggity dog, Blue True. I appreciate that $10 donation. Blue True says, Happy New Year, Jay, and the Niner Empire. And Blue True also says, a 10 for the win today. I appreciate that. Thank you for the generous donation. And Niner Faithful also says, yeah, we're 7-0 with no turnovers and 1-6 with turnovers. Yeah, it's hard to, the game is hard as it is, but it's even harder when you are giving the other team extra opportunities to score. Your defense is on the field a lot more. And that's one thing last week. And for those that are tuned into the stream, make sure you hit that thumbs up button and go ahead and leave your prediction for Trey Lance's stat line. I think Trey Lance, he'll go 14 of 20, 225 yards, maybe a touchdown and a rushing touchdown. But I think we're going to win this game by running the ball. I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to win this game by running the ball. But another thing is when you turn the ball over multiple times, our defense is on the field a lot longer. And some people wanted to blame the defense last week for the game against the Titans. But this 49ers defense was put on the field more times than it should have because of turnovers. So hopefully we won't see that. And I think this 49ers defense will dominate again. But the offense needs to take care of their business and score when the opportunities present themselves. We got Crazy Juice in the building. What's good? Thanks for tuning in to the stream, Crazy Juice. How is your Sunday going? Hopefully all is well. We also have David V. He says, Bosa, Key, and Samson going to eat. Man, I agree with you. This isn't a great Texans offensive line. I believe they've allowed 26 sacks to Davis Mills. And also Davis Mills, he's also turned the ball over 9 times with interceptions. He has completed 66% of his passes, but I think we should have our way with their Texans offense. I think one playmakers on offense that I'm concerned about for the Texans is Brandon Cooks. He's still a burner. He leads the Texans in targets and catches with 80, got 5 touchdowns. He can definitely still get behind the defense, and hopefully Josh Norman does not line up with Brandon Cooks because I don't think he can keep up with his speed. Thank you for gracing us with your presence, Niner Sickness. What's good? Thanks for tuning in to the stream, Niner Sickness. If you haven't, I'm sure you have. Check out Niner Sickness. That's excellent 49ers content. I'm sure he'll be doing some type of live stream later today I got to make sure I check that out, but make sure you guys check him out as well. I believe Niner Sickness is at 900 subscribers, so he's almost at that 1K milestone, man. Help this man get there. And thanks for tuning into the stream, Niner Sickness. Hopefully all is well. And let's see, David V, he's giving us his prediction for Trey Lance's stat line today. He's got Trey Lance completing 16 passes, 25 attempts, 38 yards rushing, 2 touchdowns, and 1 rushing touchdown. All right, I can definitely I'll take that right now. I'll say, especially if he does not turn the ball over. I'll definitely take that. Tommy is funny. He says, check out the Morning Sickness podcast. But David, man, hey, I'll take that right now with Trey Lance. I just don't want to see turnovers, but mistakes are going to happen. But with the return of Elijah Mitchell coming back, Debo will be running the ball, Jeff Wilson Jr. as well. I think this game will be dominated by the run game. And the 49ers, I think they definitely will win the time of possession. Make no mistake about it. J.R. Meadows, what's good? Appreciate you coming into the stream this morning, man. Hopefully your Sunday is going well. He says, Jay from the Bay was good. It's all good on a football Sunday. The Niners have a great opportunity to increase their chances of getting into the playoffs today with the win versus the Houston Texans. I don't think it'll be easy, as far as I don't think the Texans are going to lay down, but I think we're clearly a better team than the Texans. We have a lot more to play for, and we at home. Wouldn't it be great to get a home victory? Trey Lance's first start at Levi's, and I know the fans at the stadium are going to be geeked up. I'm sure to see Trey Lance start. And now, speaking of, obviously, Trey Lance took over from Jimmy G. I saw a report earlier this morning that Jimmy G may have to get thumb surgery. So, I'm wishing the best for Jimmy G. I mean, y'all know, I can't front. I was one of the biggest Jimmy G fans, doing this YouTube thing. Y'all know it. Jimmy G, that's my quarterback. And I wish the best for Jimmy G in the future. Clearly, we know his days are numbered, wearing the red and gold. But I hope a speedy recovery for Jimmy. He did a lot of good things when he was here. Was he the best quarterback ever in a 49ers uniform? No, but Jimmy did some great things. I appreciate Jimmy and his time here. And, I wish him the best, in his future in the NFL. J.R. Meadows is offering a prediction for the 49ers and Texans game. I appreciate you, J.R. He's got the Niners putting 40 points on them good old Texans. All right. So he's got the Niners winning 40-20. Okay. Hey, I'll take that. Romello says Sheffield, I think you mean Sherfield, will get his today. Okay. Yeah, I mean, Trey Lance, one of his welcome to the NFL moments, in the preseason game versus the Chiefs, he threw, I want to say, his first pass in the preseason. He threw a deep pass to Trent Sherfield, and hey, maybe we'll see that type of connection again. Well, what I want to see? I want to see a play action on Lance's first drive, and he just throws it deep, just to say, hey, I've arrived, and you're going to have to respect the deep ball when I'm under center. Hopefully we see that from Trey Lance, but you never know with Shanahan. You never know, man. You never know. No problem, man. Appreciate you, Niner Sickness. Let's see. Let's see. Niner Sickness says, yeah, I hear you, brother. Let's hope that Lance has a good game today. Exactly, man. I feel the same way. Niner Sickness says, I've seen Jimmy G on the shelf at the secondhand store. That's funny. Hey, man, we'll see what happens, man. Hopefully he has a speedy recovery, but hopefully we could get something for him, in the off season. Let's talk about the latest 49ers news as far as their active players. So running back Elijah Mitchell, who's missed, it seems like, the last 4 games? It's hard to remember when Elijah Mitchell last played. I think it was, let me double check. but I think it's definitely been a while since Elijah Mitchell has played. Obviously, he's had the Elijah Mitchell has had the concussion. He had a knee issue. He was practicing limited this week, so it's definitely good to see him back there on the field, especially in front of the home crowd. But Elijah Mitchell, man, what more can you say about him? 6th-round pick, best running back on the 49ers. He's got 165 carries, 759 rushing yards, 5 touchdowns. He's averaging about 4.6 yards per carry. I mean, the man, he's having a hell of a year. It's just too bad that his injuries have kind of robbed his rookie season, but he's definitely had a great year so far. And the last game that Elijah Mitchell played looks like it was December 5th at Seattle. So definitely a sight for sore eyes. It's great to see Elijah Mitchell back there on the field. There's no doubt when Elijah Mitchell was in the backfield, this 49ers offense just levels up. It just continues to I think this 49ers offense, no doubt, is better with Elijah Mitchell in the backfield. He's just the typical Shanahan running back. And he puts this offense on another level. There's no mistake about it. Hopefully we ease Elijah Mitchell in. I don't anticipate, he really need to get more than 15 carries. I mean, he's just coming back. He's missed basically a month. Hopefully Shanahan eases him in. You still got Jeff Wilson Jr., Jermichael Hasty. I don't know if Trey Sermon is active for this game. He might be, but I wouldn't expect him to get much run. I mean, honestly, when he was healthy, Trey Sermon, he didn't really get that much run. But looks like defensive tackle DJ Jones will be back today. He's a welcome sight. He's a good interior defensive lineman. He can attack the quarterback. He's also stout against the run. So it'd be good to see, DJ Jones alongside Eric Armstead in the middle of this 49ers defense. Also, punter Mitch Wishnowsky, who had COVID this week. He's clearly tested negative consecutively twice. So he is active and he will be able to punt. I think, Mitch, I think he's had some down games. He's had some good games, but I think he's clearly the best punter on the staff. There's no mistake about it. I don't think there's a free agent punter who's better than Mitch right now. So definitely good to see Mitch back in there. Let's continue on with these comments. Let's see. Let's see. I don't want to miss anyone. David says the IU show is coming. Hey man, I hope so. I hope so. But I will see, because I think the number one target is going to be Kittle. When Trey Lance, drops back, hopefully, obviously he reads his keys. But I think, the number one target is probably going to be Kittle and Debo. But yeah, I think Ayuk, he should eat as well. And we'll see how Trey Lance moves the ball in the passing game. We shall see. Crazy Juice offers his prediction for the Niners and Texans game. He's got the Niners winning 35-10. All right. Hey, I think this will be a game that the 49ers will be in complete control of. We should easily win this game, easily by 10 points. It could get a little closer. Maybe the Texans score some late points in the fourth quarter, but the 49ers should be in complete control of the whole game. We should be able to win the time of possession with ease and run the ball down the Texans' throat. Let's see. Hey, great question by Niners Sickness. Great question, man. He says, Faithful, who catches the ball first from Trey Lance? Let me know what you guys think. That's a great question by Niners Sickness. And as I said, hey, I think Kittle will be, his go-to guy in this game. But I'm just going to say the Ayuk show. I think Brandon Ayuk will get the first catch. I'm going to go out on a limb and say Brandon Ayuk will get the first catch from Trey Lance. And I wonder, the first play of the game, will it be a run? Will it be a play action pass going deep? That would be nice to see. I have a feeling, though, maybe it'll be a run, I would say. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Great question by Niner Sickness. Who catches the first ball from Trey Lance? David weighs in on this question. He says Kittle will catch the first ball from Trey Lance. Okay. We got Dan Castillo in the house. What's good? Thanks for tuning in to the stream. He says, what's good? Let's get this W today. Absolutely. Who do you think, Niner Sickness? Who do you think will get the first catch from Trey Lance today? Let me know in them comments. We got SG Sports Talk channel in the crib. What's good? Thanks for tuning in to the stream. I know you are geeked up because I know you've been a Trey Lance supporter. I know you're excited to see number 5 under center today. SG Sports Talk channel says go 49ers beat Houston. And SG Sports Talk and everyone else in the chat, who do you think will catch the first ball from Trey Lance? Great question by Niner Sickness. Let's get that up as a banner. Who will catch Trey Lance's first pass? I say the Ayuk show. David said Kittle. Let me know. What do you guys think? Who will catch Trey Lance's first pass? Let's see. SG Sports Talk. He gives us his prediction of the 49ers and Texans game. He's got the 49ers winning 55-45. That sounds like a shootout to me. Okay. And I think a weakness on this defense, on this 49ers team, is the secondary. We all know that. And hey, Brandon Cooks, he could have his way. He is a burner. He can still do it at a high level. He has 80 catches, 5 touchdowns. He leads his team in targets. But Brandon Cooks, hey, you got to respect Brandon Cooks. He can still ball. But I appreciate that prediction, though, SG Sports Talk. Happy New Year to you as well, SG. SG Sports Talk channel says thoughts on Trey Lance. I'm just excited to see him out there. This is a long time coming. I mean, y'all know I've been a Jimmy G supporter, but he's hurt, and it doesn't make sense to put a injured Jimmy G out there. I think that would hinder the team if Jimmy G played. So I'm glad to see Trey Lance get out there. This is obviously a high intensity game because this is potentially a playoff game, a must-win game for the 49ers. But we are playing against the Houston Texans, and they don't have much to play for. Let's be real. They're 4-11. So I think Trey Lance, I'm excited for him. I'm looking forward to see, will Shanahan run a similar game plan if Jimmy G was in the game? Will Trey Lance get that similar set of plays? I'm optimistic that will happen, but part of me says I don't think he trusts Trey Lance. I think he's going to just have him run the ball or, hand off the ball 40 to 45 times. And I think that should be the game plan because that's our strength against this Houston Texans team. They're terrible against the run. But hopefully we see Trey Lance, throw the ball at least 15 to 20 times in this game. And most importantly, he doesn't turn over the ball and we get the victory. We got JB and M Sports Fanatic in the crib today. What's good? Thanks for tuning in to the stream, JB and M. Keep doing what you're doing, man. Those live streams that you're doing of the college games and NFL games definitely are working well for your channel. It's continuing to level up, as I love to say. And JB and M offers us his prediction for the game today. He's got the Niners getting that W tonight. All right, I like that, man. Appreciate that, SG Sports Talk channel. Let's see. We got David. What's good? Thanks for tuning in to the stream, D. He says, what's good? We need to win. Lamb's not playing good right now. Okay, about the Rams game. Yeah, I haven't really checked it out, but hey, man, I appreciate that update. But David, who will catch Trey Lance's first pass? Great question by Niner Sickness. Let us know. And I appreciate everyone in the stream today. Hit that thumbs up button. I would appreciate it. Let's see. Niner Sickness also says, who will the 49ers first touchdown be, by the air or ground? I would envision it be by the ground. If it's in the air, I could see a long, deep pass, but if it's in the goal line, I would envision a run touchdown. SG Sports Talk says, do you think this is Jimmy G's last season in San Francisco and Trey Lance will start next year in 2020? Absolutely. I just don't envision the 49ers keeping a quarterback who's scheduled to make $25 million next year. And, I don't think we're going to keep a backup player who makes that much money, who takes up that much space in our salary cap. this team has deficiencies. I wouldn't say all over the roster, but there's no doubt we need to improve in the secondary. We need to continue to improve in the offensive line. We need to bring in, I would say, more running backs, because it seems like in this offense you just never have enough. Maybe even another wide receiver to complement Ayuk, Debo, and Kittle. But yeah, there's no doubt that $25 million will be used to add more talent to this team. And like I said before, I'm wishing the best for Jimmy G. But yeah, I don't think his days here are numbered, and I don't think he'll be here next year. Dan Castillo gives us his opinion on who will catch the first pass from Trey Lance at Levi Stadium. He says Debo Samuel. All right, tuck your chain, man. Tuck your chain. And hey, I appreciate that, man. Let's see. David V says I think he's answering Niner Sickness question here, and he says the first touchdown or maybe the first catch will be Kittle over the middle. Okay, I respect that. SG says Kittle will get the first catch. David says Ayuk will get the first catch. JB&M likes David as well. Great minds think alike. He says Brandon Ayuk will get that first catch. Okay. Let's see. Niner Faithful says Trent for sure if he gets playing time today. Trent Sherfield. Okay. I mean, I guess he is right now the fourth wide receiver, because you got Ayuk, you got Debo, you got Jennings, and Sherfield will be right there. So yeah, hey, we'll see. We got Lido in the house. What's good? Thanks for tuning in to the stream. We got a lot of votes for Ayuk getting the first catch of Trey Lance in this game. So we'll see, man. We shall see. Happy New Year to you as well, SG Sports Talk channel. And I appreciate your contributions to the stream today, as well as everyone else in the chat. Let's go over the 49ers inactives for today. These players, there's no surprise for me, at least. Maurice Hurst, he's been out multiple weeks. I don't remember the last time Maurice Hurst played. It's been at least 2 months since Maurice Hurst. He's still been battling that calf issue. But other players have stepped up in his absence, and they made the most out of their opportunity. But yeah, Maurice Hurst is still out, but there's no surprise. Greenlaw, no surprise there. Man, it sucks for Greenlaw. He's had a terrible season this year. Just can't stay on the field. But he's only played in 2 games this year. Yeah, very unfortunate. But he's still battling issues with his groin. Azeez, he has that elbow issue. He will be missing the next 2 games. So that's very unfortunate. He's been a pleasant surprise this year, especially in the run defense. He does miss some tackles from time to time, Azeez, but hey, he's still a young player. He's only going to continue to get better. Talanoa Hufanga. Unfortunately, he's inactive today as well, still dealing with a knee issue. I believe he suffered in the Seattle game, I believe. So Talanoa, he's missed, it seems like the last month. So hopefully he gets better. And Jimmy G, that was the story all week. Jimmy G, will he play? Will he not? Shanahan was saying, hey, man, this will be a game time decision. I still believe Jimmy is a gamer. He's got heart, this is what Shanahan was basically saying. And I respect that from Jimmy. I respect that he still wants to play. He's going to try to gut it out or whatever, but I think it makes no sense to put him out there if he can't even grip a football. He can't grip it. He can't throw it accurately. Hell, there's issues with him throwing accurately when he's healthy. So I was not surprised that Jimmy did not play today, but honestly, if Shanahan put him out there, I wouldn't have been surprised either, because I was kind of hoping Trey Lance would start, but then in the back of my mind, I was like, man, Shanahan really trusts Jimmy, and he's going to put him out there. He's going to try to put him out there as much as he could, So, but I think this is the right decision. And these are the current 49ers inactive players for today. And hopefully these guys get better, because we're going to need. We'll see what happens next week, but we're definitely going to need all we can get against them good old LA Rams. That's for sure. David V offers us a suggestion. He says, dust off his RG3 playbook. Okay. And yeah, that seems so long ago. But there's no doubt he had success with RG3 in his rookie season when he was the offensive coordinator with the Washington football team, and his dad was the head coach, Mike Shanahan. But yeah, he definitely had an excellent rookie year. I believe RG3 was rookie of the year, and they went to the playoffs that year. And it sucks that RG3 had that injury to his ACL, but there's no doubt he's had success with mobile quarterbacks in the past. That's for sure. And we'll see. We'll see what the game plan is today against some good old Texans. SG Sports Talk Channel says the first touchdown for the 49ers will be via the air, so it will be a pass. And let's see. Crazy Juice says the first catch today from Trey Lance will be by Debo. Okay. SG says, do you think the 49ers will be in trouble? So many players on the non-active list today against the Texans. I don't think so. I think that I wasn't surprised that these players weren't playing. I think the position where it could give us a little bit of trouble it's only because of the depth is at the linebacker position. We got all pro Fred, of course, right? But besides him, we're gonna have to rely on Flanagan Fowles and Marcel Harris. I think they're decent, they're solid, but there's definitely, Aziz definitely is better than those two players, make no mistake about it. But I don't think the Texans have the weapons on offense to really exploit that. They got Brandon Cooks. They got Nico Collins as well, another wide receiver who could present some problems. He's a tall wide receiver, physical wide receiver, but I don't see the Texans really having an effective run game against this 49ers defense. So I don't think the non-active players will really play a significant role in this game. I think we'll still be able to perform well if those players aren't on the field. But I appreciate your question, though, SG. Let's see. SG Sports says the 49ers have to win these two games if they want to make their way in the playoffs. Well, there's multiple scenarios for the 49ers and their playoff eligibility. The most simplest one, though, is the 49ers win today versus the Texans. The Panthers beat the Saints, and the 49ers are in. That's the most simplest playoff scenario, but there are tons of scenarios in case there's a tiebreaker, who has a better conference record, and yada yada yada. But we'll see. Dan Castillo says, who gets the first sack? I would say I'm going to go out on a limb and say Eric Armstead. That's a huge limb, right? I'm going to say Eric Armstead will get the first sack today. But Armstead he's having a pretty good year, but he's just not known for sacking the quarterback. We know that, but he's having a pretty good year. I think we all know that he's better lining up inside as opposed to outside. Let's see. SG says thoughts on Aziz. It's unfortunate he won't be out there battling that elbow injury, and I think he also suffered a knee injury in the last game as well. He should be out the next 2 weeks, but hoping for a speedy recovery for Aziz. And it sucks for Greenlaw. Sucks for Greenlaw that his this season has pretty much been a wash. He can't stay on the field. Definitely disappointing, I'm sure, for him. Looks like Niners Sickness says Arden Key will get the first sack in today's game. All right, hey, I see it. I can definitely get down with that. Arden Key, he's having a pretty good year. With the 49ers, he's basically been the best. I would say, yeah, I would say he's been the most productive pass rusher opposite of Nicky Bosa. That's for sure. That's for sure. David says Bosa, he's going to bully the edge. All right. Hey, I agree with that. I think Bosa should have a field day, and he should have multiple sacks in this game. As far as, let's see. Oh, great question I have for you guys. I would love to hear your opinion. If Jimmy is deemed healthy by next week against the Rams, do you think he'll play? And is there any way Trey Lance will keep this starting job versus as the 49ers quarterback. We don't know. I heard a report this morning that Jimmy G would need off-season surgery, but he's not going to get that right now. He's not going to get that surgery in season. Jimmy G is going to try to play, but is there anything that Trey Lance can do today that will allow him to keep the starting job as a 49ers quarterback going forward? And obviously a lot rides on Jimmy G's health of his thumb, but if he can't grip the ball, if he can't throw it accurately, he's no good to this 49er team. Let's just be real. So it'll be interesting to see if Shanahan feels Jimmy is healthy. In my opinion, I think Shanahan would give Jimmy the starting job back. If he is deemed healthy and he can throw the ball accurately, which, that's always kind of been it's always kind of been a question mark with Jimmy. Obviously, if Jimmy can't play the rest of the year, Trey will get the starting job, obviously, barring injury. But the interesting thing will be if Trey Lance plays well today, which he should especially against the Houston Texans, will Shanahan still be a bigger believer in Jimmy and allow Jimmy to continue to be the starter next week against them good old LA Rams? That'll be interesting. We'll see. I would hope that Trey Lance would keep the starting job, but knowing Shanahan, he's going to give it back to Jimmy if he can. And I won't be surprised by that, especially since Jimmy is not going to opt for in-season surgery. He's just going to try to let it heal. And Jimmy, I respect Jimmy for wanting to be out there, but I don't think that's in the best interest of the team if he's hurt. Simple as that. Let's see. SG says, yes, Trey Lance will keep the starting quarterback job. Okay. Hey, I respect that. Let's see. SG says, I got a Trey Lance jersey for Christmas and I can't wait to put it on and rock it. Hey, man, congratulations, man. That's a great Christmas present, man. Local 49ers fan is in the house. What's good? Thanks for tuning in to the stream, local 49ers fan. He says, if Jimmy's fine, yes. Also, we could have a playoff spot locked up next weekend. It depends, really. We could have one locked up. It depends on the Panthers and Saints. The Panthers need to beat the Saints. And obviously, if we beat the Texans, we're in the playoffs. I don't even know if that game has started yet. Let's see. Yeah, it looks like that game has not started yet, the Panthers and Saints, so it must be a 4:00 Pacific or 4:00 Eastern kickoff time. But yeah, that's crazy. It looks like the Rams are losing to the Ravens. Man, that's crazy. But yeah, I agree with you, local 49ers fan. If Jimmy is considered healthy, I think he probably would get the starting job. I don't think there's anything that Trey Lance can do to win the starting job today. I just feel like Shanahan really wants to continue to start Jimmy G, but we shall see. Niner Sickness giving us an update. He says AB from them good old Tampa Bay Buccaneers just walked off the field, took off his uniform, threw it into the stands, and went into the locker room in the third quarter of the Buccaneers game. Wow, is he hurt? Or is he being a malcontent? I wonder what that's all about, man. SG Sports Channel says, Lance, go, 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 go. Looks like David V is not a fan of AB. Looks like local 49ers fan says we play the same time as them, I believe. And I believe you're referring to the Panthers and Saints game. So definitely I will be a Panthers fan today, rooting for them to beat the Saints, but we'll see because the Saints are still vying for a playoff spot as well. But we'll see. It's going to be a close race. Appreciate that update, SG Sports Talk channel. 51 minutes away. Appreciate that update, man. Appreciate you. Looks like we got Osby Sports in the building. What's good? Thanks for tuning in to the stream, Osby. How is everything on a Sunday for you, man? I ain't seen you in a minute. Good to see you, man. Hey, Trey Lance is getting his first start today at Levi Stadium. What are your thoughts on that, Oldsby Sports? Let me know in them comments. Niner Sickness says AB quit on his team because his team is losing. What? No, wait, that don't sound like the AB I know. That's funny, man. Oh man. Yeah, I know there was a glitch in the matrix there, Niner Sickness. I hit the wrong button. Oh man, but I can't wait for kickoff. Appreciate everyone watching Jay in the Bay YouTube, Jay in the Bay Twitter. Appreciate you guys for coming in. I appreciate you hit that thumbs up button. Let's see. I'm going to talk about now. Let's see. I'm going to go into Jay's keys to victory. Obviously, I think the 49ers are the more talented team. Hey, there's no mistake about it. The Texans are 4-11. Granted, they won their last two games, but I think we are the more talented team. We have more to play for. And I can't wait to see the Niners kick off. But my first key, we got to run the ball. Faithful, y'all know it. We got to run the ball. We have to impose our will against this Texans team. They are one of the worst run defenses in the NFL. With the addition of Elijah Mitchell coming back, Debo will be running the rock. Jeff Wilson Jr. And honestly, I think the game plan would be the same if Jimmy G was at quarterback. I think the game plan would be the same. Attack this Texans porous run defense. They allow an average of 141 yards per game. I think the 49ers will have more than that in this game. And we got to run the ball, win the time of possession, play bully ball, and ease Trey Lance into the game. Don't ask him to do too much. Rely on what this 49ers strength is, and that's the running game. So I definitely think that's what the game plan will be. Run, run, run. I got a great question for you guys, and someone mentioned it in the chat. Who do you guys think will be the 49ers offensive X factor in today's game? Let me get this question up for you guys. All right, let me know you guys' opinion. Who will be the 49ers offensive X factor in today's game? I'm going to say the offensive line. I'm going to say the offensive line will be the X factor because they're going to be creating holes in this running game. They're going to be road graders, punching the Texans at the line of scrimmage. And I think that's going to be the game plan. Run the ball. You can't do that without an offensive line. So that's going to be my offensive X factor in today's game. It's going to be the 49ers offensive line. Let me know what you guys think in them comments. Who will be the 49ers offensive X factor in today's game? I'd love to hear the faithful, the Niner Empire. Let me know you guys' thoughts on that. Let's continue on with the comments. Let's see. Local 49ers fan says, I think we'll see mostly checkdowns today. I think Kyle wants to play it safe with Trey today. And I think that's the right thing to do. This is a must-win game if we really want to go to the playoffs. Sure, we can lose this game, but then we'll have to rely on even more things to go in our favor in order for us to get to the playoffs. Why do that when you can just take care of your business, win this game, and that'll increase our chances of getting into the playoffs. But yeah, I think we'll be running the ball a lot. I don't think Trey will throw for more than like 20 passes. Hopefully we see a few deep shots. That would be nice to see. But we'll see what happens. We'll see what Shanahan did. I mean, Shanahan did that in the preseason, but obviously, there's a little bit more at stake in this game today. This is not a preseason game, man. SG Sports Talk is giving us an update on them good old LA Rams and the Ravens game. Looks like the Rams are losing 7-16. So yeah, hopefully the Rams will continue to lose. I appreciate that update, SG. Minor Sickness says, did you say glitch in the Matrix? Absolutely, man. Absolutely accidentally hit that wrong button, man. Accidentally hit that wrong button. SG, let me know who is your X factor for the 49ers in today's game. We have a plethora of weapons on the offensive side of the ball. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Let me know who the X factor you think will be. Who will be the MVP of the 49ers offense in today's game? Let me know. Local 49ers fan says Rams are really going to choke away their possible division clinching win. Man, that's kind of funny. And if we look at the standings, let's see the NFC West standings. I mean, at the beginning of the year, I definitely did not envision the 49ers being where we are now at 8-7. But this team still has an opportunity to get to the playoffs, and that's all you can really ask for. Obviously, we left some wins on the table, but I think this team is right where we want to be right now. But yeah, if we look at the NFC West standings, let me blow this up for you guys so you can see it. So these are the current NFC West standings. The Rams is crazy. It's crazy. The top two teams in our division have the Rams have won 4 straight, so they're still playing pretty well. But the Cardinals have lost 3 straight. And if the Rams lose, they'll be 11-5. And do the Cardinals play today? I'm not even sure. Do the Cardinals play today? Let's see. Let's see. Cardinals. Let's look at the schedule this week. I'm not even sure if the Cardinals play today. Let's see. Who do the Cardinals play today? So it looks like the Cardinals play the Seahawks. Okay. Cardinals play the Seahawks today, and obviously the Seahawks have nothing to play for. Their chances of getting to the playoffs are over. They're not going to be a playoff team this year. But I believe that game is in Arizona, so it is a home game. But the Cardinals have struggled at home this year, so the Cardinals should win that game. But you never know; they have lost 3 straight games, so we'll see. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see how this NFC West shapes out as far as who will win the division and all that good stuff. Osby Sports says, I hope Trey plays well. Hey, same here, brother. Same here. Same here. Looks like David V gives us his offensive X factor in today's game. I appreciate you, D. He says Elijah Mitchell. And there's no doubt Elijah Mitchell, when he's in the lineup for the 49ers, he is a difference maker. He is the best running back on this team. It's unfortunate he's missed about the past 4 games, I believe, or at least the past month of games. So it'll be good to see him back in there. Hopefully Shanahan eases him in. We don't need him to carry the ball 25 to 30 times after missing a month. Granted, he'll have fresh legs, but that's not necessary. Hopefully he splits the carries up between Mitchell. I don't think Hasty will probably get that much carries, but probably Mitchell and Jeff Wilson Jr. Hopefully those 2 guys get the bulk of the carries, and you'll sprinkle in a Scotia Debo Samuel in there in the run game as well. SG Sports Talk Channel gives us his offensive X factor in today's game. He says it's going to be the big silver back, Trent Williams. All right, man, because he's been having an All-Pro year, a Pro Bowl All-Pro year. So yeah, I'm sure he will continue to be the best at his position in today's game. David offers us a prediction for the amount of rushing yards we'll get in today's game. He's got 205 yards. I could see that because I think the Texans defense allows about 100 and I think it's 140 yards average per game. That's second worst in the NFL. Also, I think Trey Lance will he'll probably run for easily 40 to 60 yards on some runs. That'll add to our total. So yeah, I can see us having over 200 rushing yards. In addition to Debo getting some run, Jeff Wilson Jr., and also Elijah Mitchell. We got John in the house on a Sunday morning. What's good? Thanks for tuning in to the stream, John. He says Lance has the potential to be the offensive X factor. Absolutely, he does, because he'll be contributing in the running game, the passing game. And it'll be interesting to see how Trey Lance, what will be different from the Cardinals game. Now, obviously, the Cardinals have a much better defense than the Texans do. That wasn't an away game. This will be, Trey Lance obviously has more understanding of the playbook now than ever compared to 2 months ago. So what will Shanahan do? What will the first 15 plays of this game will look like? I wonder, man. I can't wait. Let's see. Local 49ers fan says, I think Kittle will be our offensive X factor today. Lance will look his way a lot. I tend to agree with you. And let's be real, Kittle is just a matchup nightmare when he's out there on the field. Not too many defenders can really guard him one-on-one. And man, he gets open. And he does great things when he has the ball in his hands. That's for sure. Niner sickness is funny. He says, breaking news. Jimmy G just sold his area house to Trey Lance, who just moved in. That's a good one, Niner sickness. Crazy Juice says, I agree. I think the O-line will be the offensive X factor. Yeah, man. It's not really fun to talk about the offensive line, but man, when you have a good offensive line, it makes your offense that much better. And hopefully Trey Lance has plenty of time to throw in the pocket, because the Texans, they don't have a great defense. They don't really do anything great on defense. So I think we should do a good job in protecting Lance. And I think we just have to make sure we don't have penalties and turnovers. That's got to be the biggest, that's got to be the one thing that we can control in this game is our turnovers. Hopefully we keep those to a minimum. Yeah, and I was looking up the Houston Texans sacks. Right now they have 30 sacks, and that's like the bottom half of the league. So they can get after the quarterback, but right now they're only averaging about 2 sacks a game. So that's not good. So we should be able to protect Trey, no questions asked. I echo your sentiments, SG. That's funny. Looks like SG says Trent Williams will be the X factor. Okay. Niner Cygnus is giving us an update. He says Rams just scored. It's 16-14 Ravens. Okay. Appreciate that update, SG. Local 49ers fan says Cardinals play Dallas today, I thought. Wait. I think you guys are right. I think I was looking at January 9th. My bad. I think I was looking at January 9th. So the Cardinals play the Seahawks the last week of the season. That's next Sunday. But this Sunday they play, I think you're right, local 49ers fan. They play the Cowboys. Let me double check that. Yeah. Cardinals and Cowboys play today. It's going to be in Dallas, in Jerry Jones Stadium. So yeah, you are right, local 49ers fan. My bad. But that's going to be an interesting game. The Cowboys are playing pretty good football. They got excellent weapons on offense. They can get after the quarterback. They got a good defense. So that's definitely not going to be an easy game for the Cardinals. They'll probably lose that game as well. And the Cowboys, they're leading their division. Right now, the Cowboys are 11-4. Talk about a tale of two different teams. The Cowboys have won 4 straight games. The Cardinals have lost 4 straight games. So, man, we'll see. We'll see what happens with that game. Hopefully the Cowboys win. You right, Tommy. You right, man. You right. And it is the same time as the 49ers game. Let's see. Dan Castillo says that Yak squad will be on fire today. I completely agree with you, man. Completely agree with you. I think Ayuk, Debo, Kittle will eat. I want to see Jennings in there and Trent in there as well, but I think their targets will be limited because I think with this game we're just going to run the hell out of the ball. I could easily see 35, 45 carries for this 49ers offense. And I could definitely see that. Tommy says the Ravens suck. They can't even score an offensive touchdown. I think is Lamar Jackson still out? I think he's still hurt, right? I don't think Lamar Jackson is playing. Correct me if I'm wrong. Tommy Huxley says Shardall is a jinx. What are you talking about, Tommy? What are you talking about, Tommy? SG Sports Talk says, oh yeah, 38 minutes from kickoff. Game starting at 1:05. I can't wait. Tommy says the Texans cause turnovers. They do that well. And another thing that I noticed in their 2-game winning streak. So the Texans have won their last 2 games, right? They played the Jags. They played the Chargers. They beat both of those teams. And a few things in those games stood out to me. Let me just go over that. So the Texans, they did get a kick return special teams touchdown. And I think that was in the game against the Jags. So that definitely is concerning. And you guys know why. Because our special teams unit has been average at times, sometimes below average. So that's concerning. Could you imagine if the Texans, they get a kickoff return on their first possession for a touchdown and they're up on the Niners 7-0? That would be crazy if that happened. Also, the Texans, they did get 3 sacks in the game against the Jags. Brandon Cooks had over 100 receiving yards, 2 touchdowns. The Texans punter also had 3 punts inside the 20-yard line. Davis Mills, the Texans quarterback, has thrown 4 touchdowns, 1 interception in his last 2 games. And the most impressive thing I saw from the Texans the last 2 games in their current win streak is the money down. The money down. The Texans offense was 19 of 31 on third down conversions in the last 2 games. What does that mean, Faithful? That means that their offense does a good job at converting third downs and extending drives. And let's be real, this 49ers defense struggled a little bit in the second, well, not a little bit. They struggled with that in the second half against the Titans. So I think when you look at the entire season, the 49ers defense, third down defense is top 10. But we did struggle with that. So those are the things that concern me about this game. Brandon Cooks, the Texans special teams, and also their third down conversion stats. So those are 3 things that concern me. But other than that, Faithful, this should be a game that the 49ers should win with ease. But I appreciate that, Tommy, for reiterating that the Texans do cause turnovers. We got NYCE in the house today. What's good? Thanks for tuning in to the stream, man. Hopefully all is well on a Sunday for you. He says, good afternoon, Jay. Hope all is well. I think the offensive X factor will be Deebo Samuel. Make sure you tuck your chain. That's right. Yeah, I think Deebo, we know what Deebo can do. Jack of all trades, run the rock, catch the ball. He definitely will be a playmaker in this game. Make no mistake about it. And congrats to Deebo and his family for welcoming their first child. So congrats on that to Deebo Samuel. Local 49ers fan says Jeff Wilson and Elijah Mitchell, I believe, will have 55 yards apiece with Deebo around 24 rushing yards. Okay. I think we'll have more than that because I think we should have over 200 yards rushing in this game against the Texans. I could see that. I could definitely see that. But hey, man, I appreciate your comment on that. But getting back to Jay's keys to victory, my first one was run, run, run. The second one is we need to make this Texans offense one-dimensional. What do you mean, Jay? The Texans will want to try to run the ball. Rex Burkhead had success last week against them good old LA Chargers, but the LA Chargers have one of the worst run defenses in the NFL. But they're going to try to run the ball with Rex Burkhead. And hey, Rex Burkhead, he's had a solid career in the NFL. Obviously, he's known from his Patriots days, but I'm not concerned about Rex Burkhead. I don't think he'll rush for many yards against this 49ers defense. I just don't see that happening. So we make this Texans offense one-dimensional, where they have to just throw the ball to move the ball down the field. That allows our defensive linemen to just focus on rushing the passer, and their offense will be more predictable. So that's the second key: make this Texans offense one-dimensional. Let's see. NYCE. Yeah, he been absent, huh? NYCE. NYCE says, "Hey Jay, I just put out an APB for David Renteria. According to local law enforcement, he is possibly MIA, and I don't mean Miami." But yeah, for those that don't know, David Renteria, he's an Arizona Cardinals fan, and he's been in the chat for a majority of the season, but as soon as the Cardinals started their losing streak, he'd been MIA. He'd been missing in action. Where you at, DR? Especially if the Niners lost the game, he would always come through. And I appreciate anyone who watches Jay in the Bay. You can watch me. It doesn't matter who you like. I appreciate the support. But it's funny when the Cardinals start losing, he don't come on no more. That's pretty funny. David says he is in his storm cellar hiding. LOL. Looks like Tommy liked that joke, NYCE. Yeah, I saw that, man. The Patriots are beating the brakes off them good old Jacksonville Jaguars, man. Yeah, they're doing what they're supposed to do, man. SG Sports says if the Patriots defeat the Jags and the Raiders are eliminated from the playoffs. Hey, that's very unfortunate for them good old Las Vegas Raiders. They've had a tumultuous season. The head coach got fired or resigned. The wide receiver got into some trouble off the field. His career is probably over. So, man, the Raiders have gone through a lot this year. And then, John Madden passed away. And, yeah, that's crazy. John Madden, a trailblazer in his field. Obviously, most of us probably don't know him as a head coach. I didn't see him as a head coach, but he did coach the Raiders. He had a excellent tenure with them. Of course, we know him from the John Madden game. And I'm trying to think, when I first started watching football, late 90s, when you're a kid watching football, you don't really think of the people who are actually announcing the game. You're just focused on who's playing. So I briefly kind of remember John Madden in the booth as a broadcaster, and he would talk about, the turducken, and he would talk, he was always animated when he was talking. So there's no doubt he will be missed. And of course he's known now for the Madden game, but yeah, he had an excellent life. And I heard that his passing was not expected. So that's very unfortunate. And I have to check out that John Madden documentary that came out on Christmas Day. Haven't checked it out yet, but I got to check that out. But yeah, wish the best for Madden's family. Very unfortunate of his passing. And that sucks for the Raiders. They're not going to be able to get into the playoffs. So the Niners sickness says the Texans are 31st against the run. They are, yes. Yeah, they allow 140 yards average per game. Obviously, that will be in favor of the 49ers today. Tommy informs us the Ravens couldn't score a touchdown. Pathetic. So the Rams, hey, they'll be coming back. Niner sickness says, wow, Chase has 200 yards receiving today against the Chiefs. Wow. I think they're playing. Oh, you're talking about Jamar Chase. Yeah, they're playing the Bengals. So, yeah, that's crazy. Let's see. Dan Castillo says, if we win today, do a celebration live later. Absolutely. Yeah, I will definitely be doing a live post-game stream tonight, whether it's loss or win today. It'll be at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, of course, on the Jay in the Bay YouTube channel. Local 49ers fan says, bro, Patriots are pummeling the Jags to 50-3. Yeah, they beating the brakes off them good old Jacksonville Jaguars. Blue True says, rest in peace to the legend, Sir John Madden. Absolutely. One of my third key is simple, and you can literally say this in every game. Every coach will say this, is mistake-free football. We need to limit our penalties. We need to limit our turnovers. And just play mistake-free football. You can literally say that in every game for a key, but hey, we've seen the stats. When we don't turn the ball over, I think we're 7-1, and when we do turn the ball over multiple times, we're like 1-6. So the stats are pretty clear. Niners play their best ball when we don't turn the ball over, and we can beat any team when we don't turn the ball over. Let's see. I think NYCE is giving us his 5 keys to the game, man. I appreciate that. NYCE says, number one, DBs have to play up and defense has to get off the field on third down. Absolutely. And we can't let Brandon Cooks get behind us because he is a burner. He is the Texans' best offensive weapon. Make no mistake about it. And let's be real. We know our secondary, is average and below average at times. Number two, Trey must stay in the pocket and make his mid-range throws. Okay. Number three, keep the penalties low. Absolutely. 4, special teams got to play tough since our punter. Mitch is playing. Mitch Wisnowski is available to play today. That's what I heard this morning. But still, our special team still has to play better because the Texans got a kick return touchdown against the Jags, I believe. So we know our special teams have been, somewhat of a disappointment. And they're going to have to step up and, do their part as well. But I appreciate those keys to the game. We got Star Scream Sub 026 in the building. What's good? Thanks for tuning in to the stream, man. I know you're excited for the game. I think we got 25 minutes till the game. NYCE says, I remember John Madden. I loved his all Madden team. ATL is losing and Tampa Bay is losing to the Jets. LOL. Yeah, man. I mean, Madden, man. I mean, he's, everyone knows Madden, of course, from the video game and, and then before that broadcasting and then before that as a head coach. But man, he had a hell of a career and he made an impact on a lot of people. So yeah, very sad that he passed away. Definitely rest in peace to John Madden. Let's see. Tommy says, Shardall, where are you getting your info? Raiders aren't eliminated from the playoffs with the Patriots win. Not accurate at all. Yeah, I'm not sure about the Raiders, playoff chances or whatever. But hey, if they make it, they make it. They don't, they don't. Yeah. Tommy says Mitch was activated off of the COVID protocol. Yes, that's what I heard this morning. So yeah. NYC says Mitch better share that COVID remedy. That's really good. Sam Bell, what's good? Thanks for tuning in to the stream, man. Good luck to your Titans today. Let's see. And I want to talk about this. Another key to victory, the money down, the third down. Obviously, you can say this in every game, but the 49ers did struggle a little bit against the Tennessee Titans last week. The defense allowed a lot of third down conversions, and some of them, it wasn't like it was a 3rd and 1 or a 3rd and 2. They were like 3rd and 10, 3rd and 12. So the 49ers definitely need to do better in that area. And also the 49ers offense needs to convert on third downs against the Texans defense. So the money down, usually whichever team wins, or I should say has a better third down conversion percentage, usually that team wins the game. And we saw that the Texans, they won their last 2 games and they were 19 of 31 in their third down conversion. So that's definitely an area where the Niners have to win is third down conversions. I appreciate the updates on the Raiders and Colts game. Yeah, and NYC, Niner Sickness said that Antonio Brown walked off the field. Like, was he hurt, or I wonder what happened? Because he's kind of been, other than the COVID, lying about the COVID. Other than that, he's been a model citizen, at least for AB standards, while he's been in Tampa Bay. So that's interesting to hear. Let's see, and yeah, so it looks like those are my. Yeah, so those are my keys to victory. Run the ball, make Texans offense one-dimensional, mistake-free football, and you got to win the money down. So, and I think with the addition of Elijah Mitchell back in at running back, I think that'll definitely help this running game. And it'd be cool to be at the stadium. I know the 49ers fans there are getting a great treat in seeing Trey Lance, his first start at Levi Stadium. So that's going to be, excellent to see. Before I head out of here, feel free, if you haven't already, go ahead, drop your Texans versus 49ers prediction. My prediction, I think the 49ers will win this game. We will be in control for majority of the game. I think the 49ers will win this game 34-21. And I think the Texans, they may get some garbage points in the fourth quarter, but the 49ers will be in control of the game. from kickoff to the end of the game. That's what I think will happen. If you haven't already, feel free to drop your prediction for the Niners and Texans game. John said he had a temper tantrum and stormed off. and John is talking about AB. Hey, that's unfortunate for AB, man. You know that the Buccaneers could have cut him, especially after his last issue, off the field. So who knows though? David V gives us his prediction. He's got the 49ers winning 34-13. All right. NYCE has the 49ers winning as well, 35-17. All right. I can see that coming to fruition. But I appreciate everyone tuning in to the stream today. I will have a post-game live stream tonight, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, of course, on the Jay and the Bay YouTube channel. Come back for that, and we'll talk about the game, what stood out, what you like, what you didn't like. Appreciate everyone's input. And shout out to Blue True for the super chat and Tommy Huxley. I appreciate the contributions to Jay and the Bay YouTube channel. And hey, I'm looking forward to the game. Can't wait to see what type of plays Shanahan runs with Trey Lance. Will it be a similar game plan if Jimmy G was in, or will Shanahan do a similar game plan that we had against the Arizona Cardinals? Who knows? Who knows what Shanahan does? Hopefully that's not the case, but make no mistake about it, the Niners will run the ball, I believe, between 35 to 45 times. And, Trey Lance, I think he'll sprinkle in some throws, maybe 15 to 20 times. So, but I appreciate everyone tuning in to the stream tonight. David says later. Absolutely. Later, David. Thanks for tuning in to the stream. Appreciate your support and your comments in the stream. Let's see. That's what AB did in NYCE. I gotta watch that on YouTube, man. I'm sure they got a video of them on YouTube. No, that's true, Crazy. I'm sure TB12 will say, "Oh no worries. I'll corral him. I'll make sure he'll have his head on straight for the next game." And plus, they need AB, right? The Bucs do need AB because I think Godwin's out for the year with a torn ACL. Gronk doesn't seem like the same player. Mike Evans has been nicked up as well, so they kind of need AB. Same to you, NYCE. Have a great day, Jay, and I will catch you later. Great show. Same to you, man. I will catch you later. Appreciate your contributions to the stream. See you later. See you later, SG Sports Talk channel. Go Niners, absolutely. Hopefully everyone has a great rest of your Sunday. Hopefully it's a victory Sunday. And I will see you guys in the next one. And thanks for watching your boy, Jay in the Bay. And I will see you guys in the next one. Oh, we got Lippy's World in the house. What's good? Thanks for tuning in to the stream. You have a great rest of your Sunday. Go Niners. That's Crazy Juice says. And I'll see you guys in the post-game live stream. See you later.